let me come straight now to, a wonderful journalist, one who, of course, is close to Kwara State and knows more about, the sporting activities in Ilorin. Dare Kuti joins us this afternoon. Dare, good afternoon to you. Thank you very much for joining.
Yes, good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be on the show this bright and raining afternoon.
All right, Dare, when it comes to sports in Kwara State, we know they have this passion for sports. I mean, they always want to see their sports men and women do well. But this recent development in the state, due to what we saw in athletics, affecting other associations, do you think that it's the right move to fix the issues, or could there be other alternatives that you feel the Sports Commission could have explored?
Well, the issue of the dissolution of the board, I'll say, should not be linked to the EFN issue of the ban of a coach. According to the board or the commission, the new guys that are on board were given a mandate of piloting the affairs. But we all know that in every state, before the federation elections, we always have new board members who will come on board and also to rejig the association. So I believe most of those who have been performing well, like that of table tennis, that of volleyball, the basketball, chess, squash, they are going to return. But like I said, we all know this is like a month to the federation election that will take place in Abuja. And we are all aware that if you're a chairman of a state and if you are a coach and athlete, you'll be eligible to vote at the forthcoming election. So this is just to put the house in order to allow stakeholders who have been investing heavily in the sports to, let's say, come on board, and also to give a fairness and equity to those philanthropists who are not based in Nigeria to also give back to the sports in the States.
Okay, I mean, you've just given us one of the reasons this might have happened. But I mean, when you look at the associations, the chairman, and of course those responsible for pushing the sports forward, some of them might have really invested much in the sports, like you mentioned, squash and other sports in Kwara State. Don't you think that for some who might not be returning, there might be bad blood? I mean, going against what we used to see, what we saw in the past with Basketball Federation in Nigeria, going at the association and ensuring that the association does not work because, of course, they probably did not get back into the system.
No, there cannot be bad blood because sports is all about uniting persons. We have people who were not board members in the past that have also been investing in the sports. We have persons who don't even want their names mentioned. So I can believe, I want to assure you that everybody is going to be carried along. We have people who, will I say, are projecting to become executive members or some of these the various sports federations. They are going to come back. So it's not going to call for this. Will not call for any bad blood. There are already discussion ongoing, and the names have been penciled already for those who are going to be returned. And in every sporting association, it's not everybody that will perform. For those associations that their sportsmen did not perform, it's sure that they are not going to come back. But for those who have been investing heavily in the sports, because government alone cannot do it, and these individuals have been doing it in the past. They've been doing it for over a decade, and I am sure they are going to be considered. But for those who have not done anything or who have not invested in the last 2 years, I want to let you know that they might not be returning because it's a new.
All right, it seems we lost connectivity with Dare Kuti. But the interesting part I will probably take from this is that Kwara State is said. All right, Kuti, it seems you're back.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Like I was saying earlier, is everywhere. If you go to Niger, some of the board members have been dissolved. If you go to the same thing, Plateau, some did it before now. Like I said, the federation's elections are coming and new leadership will emerge. And some persons too who have been investing heavily will definitely want to come on board and become executive of these various federations.
All right, Dare, thank you for your insight thus far. But going forward now, I want to know, in your opinion, what should the commission do in order to possibly reassure coaches, athletes, and fans of sports development in the state? Because what is currently happening, obviously, it's a bit disheartening. But is there anything to look forward to in Kwara State when it comes to sports development?
Well, currently in Nigeria, there is no state in Nigeria that can host all the sporting events at one place except Kwara State. Currently, as I speak with you, we have the hall have been refurbished. We have a new brown hall, that's the indoor sport hall. The hall hosted in the past African Volleyball Championship. It hosted the African Handball Championship. And since the governor came on board, he has been doing everything possible to give sports infrastructure a lift. In Kwara State, we have a dedicated hall for table tennis. We have a dedicated hall for squash. Our indoor hall can host a basketball national championship, can host a volleyball national championship, can host handball national championship. There is no sports, even including cricket. We have a cricket pitch in Kwara State. So most of these facilities have been upgraded, and in the coming days, I can assure you that Kwara State will host some of these events. And in fact, during the youth games, that's why they bring games to Kwara, because all the facilities are in one place. And I'm sure that we are going to go back to the era where Kwara State will be hosting competitions.
All right, Dare Kuti, I want to say a big thank you. I also attest to some of these things you've said. The University of Ilorin houses almost all the facilities in sports, and youth game also happened, for years in Kwara State. But we hope that, of course, other states can, develop their facilities so that, sports will not just be, in one part of Nigeria, but every region would also have sports where athletes can come and train. Thank you very much for your insight, and thank you very much for joining.